so now we're almost in the home stretch here. We're at the third level third letter in the GROW formula. So we started out with goal. So that is where you want to go. And then we went into reality, which is where you are now. And now, guess what? Well, now we have options. So the O in the GROW formula is options. Now, options are when you look where you are. You're going to look at the space where you are. You're going to look at your reality, whether it's if your key focus at this point, for example, is let's say it's relationship based, and so you're trying to think, well, I've been single for a long time, because something, etc., etc. I got heartbroken. Now I'm going to move into a new relationship. So you're looking at your emotional bank. Then you want to have a fulfilling relationship. The walks in the park, etc. You know what it feels like, to have a long-term committed partner, and that's where you're going. So now you got some options in how to get there. Well, what could the options be if we're looking, I'm not in the dating niche, but hey, let's just look at it because it's fun. So let's say you look, I'm going to look at online dating. Might sound ridiculous, but hey, you know what? A really good friend of mine met his wife, and she's just a joy, through an internet dating site. So, crazier things can happen. Or maybe a friend is going to, offer you the opportunity to go on a blind date. Or maybe you're just going to go out and meet some people at your local club, or, a church organization, or 4-H, or whatever it is that you belong to. Maybe you shoot darts, I don't know. But just opening yourself up to the opportunity to meet somebody, that would be an option of things that you would do. Now, what about things that you wouldn't do? Options that are unavailable to you. Maybe you are very uncomfortable. Here's some things. I want to have a committed relationship, but I don't want to have a committed relationship with someone who smokes. Or maybe you don't want to have a relationship with someone who's older than you, or younger than you, or has children. These are particular options. Some of them may be crazy, but hey, I'm not going to make your decisions. You're going to have to make them for yourself. You need to sit down and figure out ultimately what it is that you want, what your options are. Because I can tell you from experience that if you don't sit down and figure out what it is that you want, you're probably going to get a lot of stuff that you don't want. And the reason for that is because you didn't make a choice. So when you don't make a choice, the universe will make choices for you. It's just kind of the way that things unfold. Same thing in business. If you don't have a solid business plan, you're like, hey, we're just going to wing it. Well, you're going to have some attrition. You're going to have some lost money. You're going to have some failures because you don't have a plan to get from A to B. We go back to the survival travel example again. I know I refer to it a lot. If you know where you are and where you're going, those are the perfect starting points. But now you have to have a plan to get from A to Z. And that's what your options are, to lay out, well, what is it that I could do? What am I willing to do? What am I unwilling to do? And ultimately, Tony Robbins has a problem-solving questionnaire. And my favorite part is, he asks, what's great about this problem? And ultimately, how can I solve this problem and enjoy the process? So that's options. Sitting down, trying to figure out what it is that you're willing to do, what it is that you're unwilling to do to get you from your current reality to the goal that you want. So with that, I'm going to suggest you write down your options, figure out what the best course of action for you, and hey, get busy.